Hmm. Look at the eye contact from Joe Biden, our president, for 4 years. Now you wonder why maybe all these wars popped off? You don't even look at them. Okay, fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. We've had a busy day today. It's a late. Anytime you see the sun on my face, that means I'm in here late getting this done last minute. Had a big doctor's appointment today. We had an ultrasound. The last ultrasound, the baby didn't want to, he was camera shy. He didn't want to show up on the camera last time, but this time he showed up, he showed out, and we got some good pictures. Maybe I'll post them later on my community over there for you guys to check out. But we're back, y'all. We're back with another reaction. We got a good one today. I've been banging out these clips, y'all. I've been reading the comments. You guys are loving the clips I'm putting out. We got another good one coming up today. I ain't gonna sit here and talk you guys' ears off, though. Y'all know how I do. I ain't here to chit chat. We're here to get the reaction in. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
A 79-year-old Harvard lawyer says that there is a UFO base underneath this island right here. I didn't buy it at first, but then I did some more research on the island of Guadalupe, and it's suspicious as shit. The island off the coast of Baja California used to be a hotspot for cage diving with great white sharks, but in 2023, the Mexico government shut it down completely, citing conservation as the reason.
Ooh.
Before it was closed, there were reports of strange lights and strange sounds coming from this island from guests that visited to go diving with the great white sharks. Because this island is so far away from light pollution and only about 150 people live here, you can see the sky really clear, and people reported that they would see strange lights moving in strange directions or moving way too fast. But that's not it. They would also see strange lights under the water, and they said sometimes they would follow the boats or move in directions that you wouldn't see a fish do. On top of all of that, visitors report that their electronics did not work properly on Island Guadalupe. Making it even more suspicious as shit, there is a magnetic anomaly on the seafloor beneath this island. It's actually labeled Anomaly 5A. You can look it up. Scientists say that it's been there for at least 12 million years. I don't know how the fuck they know that. Not only do we have a Harvard lawyer saying that a UFO base is located underneath this island, we have a magnetic anomaly, we have visitors who are researchers and divers and fishermen and all that saying that they see strange lights above it and below it. And then on top of that, we've got electronics don't work on this island. Suspicious as shit.
Still to this day, what was in those white envelopes? Y'all remember those white envelopes that was at George Bush Sr.'s funeral that happened to have somebody in particular, hand Biden, hand Obama, hand Bush. It just wasn't liberal people, it was politicians across the board. And some of these people didn't get no envelopes. And it's funny when you watch these people, Hillary Clinton, when you watch them read the message on these white envelopes, there's a disdain in their face. Yeah. Like they've been caught, or like the storm's upon them, an investigation. No one knows right now at this moment in time what was in those white envelopes. But let me tell you, I have a fucking really good feeling we're about to find out.
If you think that individuals are arming the cartels, since when can you go to a neighborhood armory and buy a lost rocket or service to air missile? That's not true. They are being armed by, right now, the Chinese. That's how serious it is.
You speak about the border. You speak about the Chinese. Trump ran for president on both of those issues. Do you think this guy has a point building that wall? All that he has spoken of about China, it almost, by listening to you, it sounds like Trump, he knows what's really going on behind the scenes.
They all do.
Trump knows what's going on. And like I said, he wasn't a favorite candidate of mine because he spoke so badly of Mexicans. But, you know, he had the right idea when he wanted to go into Mexico. If you recall, about 2 or 3 years ago, the Sinaloa cartel executed 19 Mormons that were traveling from Utah into Mexico to attend a wedding, and the cartel attacked them and killed most of them, to include babies that were sitting in baby chairs, and they lit those vehicles on fire with a baby sitting in there. And it really infuriated Donald Trump. And he went to Lopez Obrador and he said, we'd like to come in and take care of the cartels for you guys. Enough's enough. We've had enough of these cartel guys. And Lopez Obrador said, no, what Trump, I heard, told him was, we got to start war. We got to war with these cartels. I'm sick and tired of them. And that the president of Mexico, Lopez Obrador, said, came out in major newspapers in Mexico, that's what I don't want. I don't want a war in Mexico. What we're going to do is we're going to fight the cartels with abrazos, not balazos, with hugs, not bullets.
Word up, today's youth is crazy angry and they're learning faster. And America is scared to death of that shit. They gonna blow us up before they let us come into power. You can believe that shit. All that shit's gonna burn. All of it.
So you believe in some kind of Armageddon?
Yeah, most definitely. We in the last times and days right now. The Illuminati's in effect. See, the Illuminati ain't nothing but like it's gonna be a second Great Depression out here in America. Except this time, corporate America's prepared themselves for it. Meaning they're when it hits, their money is gonna be safe. As far as the rest of us that don't own our own businesses and things of that nature, so bad, we're gonna be killing each other in the streets, man. Mad Max and Beyond Terrordome and all that is gonna be on, man. And they're gonna have to blow us up, which is what they're gonna do. They're gonna inject us with these, they're gonna say it's like for everybody mandatory AIDS testing because AIDS is so widespread. They're gonna be giving them vaccines for it so they don't catch it off top like measles, mumps, and stuff like that. But in all actuality, what they're doing is putting microchips in and your babies so they can keep tabs on where you're at. That's deep. That's deep. They're not even using money anymore as far as paper. It's going to be cards to show what status you are, how financially well off you are, or whatever.
95 was probably right around the time those debit cards were barely coming out, if they were even out.
Know what do you own, and it'll tell everything about you. Word. Welfare is gone. They just going, funds for schooling, gone. Everything is they just throwing it all back. They're building, what they're trying to do now is just build their fortress for the bigger war, because they know too that we're in the last times and days. And America's done so much fucked up shit across seas that they know it's all got to come back to them. Everything goes around in a cipher, a complete 360-degree circle. And they done did so much fucked up shit overseas, it's got to come back here. We got people in America already rebelling against America, and they're Americans. The Aryan Nation, they blew up the Fed building. Killed all them babies and shit. They like, we don't care, white, black, whatever. I mean, if you're not with the movement, you gotta go. The weak must die. That's how they seeing it. Now you got these crazies over here, then you got people across seas, they see that. They like, hey, this is our chance to come over here and take everything. Japanese is buying up every corporation and all that. They're gonna have everybody in the mental slavery. Physical as well as physical. Word up. It's coming back.
And how do you react to this?
I can't, all I can do is build my own industry to make sure it don't affect me and my family.
They gave me 5 minutes to say a few things, so if I offend anybody tonight, I don't give a shit. How many pounds of fentanyl didn't make in this country to kill Americans? How many known suspected terrorists didn't make it in the country? How many billions of dollars did the cartels make? President Trump is one badass president. He secured the border at a level we've never seen before. And I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that have been released into the United States under this administration. Don't get too comfortable. We're going to need some help. Do I have any volunteers that want to come back and help run the biggest deportation operation in the history of this nation? In January of 25, the greatest president of my lifetime walking back in the White House. He tells me we got, I say 120 days. He says, no, you got 60 to lock the border down. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I told the president. He comes back, I come back, we fix this shit.
Hey, I guess that's the guy you want, right? That's going to do that. That's who you want. But it's already happening, y'all. There's already a lot of people turning around at the border. They're on their way over here and they're turning around. Like I said, my girlfriend works for the immigration court. A lot of them people aren't showing up. So they're already, it's already correcting itself, but they still got a lot of correcting to do. But she always said she was there for 3 presidents. She was there for Obama. She was there for Trump. She was there for Biden. She might have been there for Bush before. She's been there 14, 15 years. And she said out of all those presidents, Trump was the best at the border. She was firsthand dealing with these illegals coming in.
Staff here at the port became aware of screaming and banging coming from a container from that particular ship.
Pounding and beating on the walls of that trailer, trying to get out.
And if you can imagine the heat, you know, no air conditioning.
Can we just think for a moment of what it must have been like for those 39 people, obviously in a desperate and dangerous situation, for their lives to end, suffocated to death in a container?
Found the trailers with a body outside and several that they could visibly see inside once the doors were opened.
35 patients were found in the container when we first arrived.
You don't end up with 35 people in a container for no reason.
So we sent the truck out to pick up the container.
Some discovery. Police say they found 39 bodies inside a container truck.
The court paperwork is giving us a better idea of what exactly happened in those shipping containers.
We hope that those responsible for putting these people in such humane conditions are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Fuck that court! There's people screaming there every night. I've heard it for myself. The city's trying to cover it up, trying to get everybody out of here because they know there's people in those fucking bins.
They got him, man. They got him. You see these pearl necklaces right here? What do y'all think he's wearing those pearl necklaces for exactly? I don't know. Hey, bro, what I want to know is how you go from looking like that, like me, to going looking like this right here, man. No offense, NGK, but, you know, y'all are built about the same now, man. But he was a big muscle guy, you know, and you're just not. So why are you wearing the pearl necklaces? I mean, from pearl necklaces to a whole bodysuit of pearls, man. I just don't. Why is that? Now, I'm no expert or anything. Get him to the Greek with the egg trick or whatever. Come on, man. Look who it is. And you got pearls, and more pearls. I mean, y'all do it for attention, or is there something more to the pearl thing? Well, let's see. So a lot of people say these beads and whatnot, pearls or whatever, have something to do with that word right there that I can't even say. This video probably won't even stay up. I can't post anything anymore that I used to post because of stuff like this right here, and I'm so vague to the point.
So glad that TikTok's starting to censor videos for me. It makes my life so much easier. If you notice me on my phone these past few clips, I had to edit out a little, mute a little bit of sections, but they're doing a good job over there on TikTok starting to edit things for me.
Right now, it's gotten ridiculous. So hopefully, free speech and all that, hopefully it'll make a comeback, you know what I'm saying?
This picture honestly makes me so sad. How Hot Wheels details have changed over the years.
I was more the tech deck guy.
One. You can see like all of the engine details. And my brother used to collect Hot Wheels, so this is like super emotional. Like he used to have so many rare old Hot Wheels. So this one's 1997. This one's 2012. And the top one is 2016.
Looks cheap, boring.
Yeah. Take me back in time, because why is this making me emotional? Like, why is this even kind of reminding me of this year in general, 2024, and how things are only getting more artificial. AI, artificial intelligence. Y'all don't get me started. And this makes me so sad because I think my brother had this exact one. Like he had so many different rare Hot Wheels, and like I said, they all had like the little details at the bottom. The old school Hot Wheels, and I think they were actual like miniature models. They're supposed to be like models of cars, so they were made out of actual real metal, real material. Now they're plastic.
I canceled all of my plans for tomorrow so that I can watch the UFO hearing. It's Congress's second time talking about UFOs and specifically the threats that they may bring. The entire thing is called Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, Exposing the Truth. And basically, they're going to be talking about UFOs and any potential threats they may bring. It starts at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can live stream it at space.com. They're going to have former like military big shots and intelligence offers that just talk about how the U.S. government has been hiding info on UFOs. And they apparently have some like crazy materials in their possessions. I don't know what that means, but it's really a massive move towards being straight up with us about what's been going on with these strange occurrences. You know, we see videos on TikTok and they're debunked, but something has been going on. So space.com being hosted by the House Oversight Committee, and they just basically think that us Americans deserve to know the truth. So make sure to tune in tomorrow.
No, they've known 30 years ago, November 4th, 13th, 2024, we're going to have a hearing. It's time to start letting it out slowly. They started it a long time ago. They got planners, y'all. They got 100 years, probably 1,000-year planners that when they're going to start releasing the cell phones to us, they're going to start putting them in Star Trek. They're going to start putting them in Back to the Future. They're going to start doing all these things. And then by the time we get it, you know what I mean? So they've known about this hearing for years.
This Wednesday, Congress is holding another major hearing on UFOs. So here's what you need to know. On November 13th at 11:30 a.m., Congress will hear testimony from top witnesses about the government's secret handling of UAP, also known as UFOs. Here are two of the witnesses. This guy right here is Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet, who has spoken very publicly that these UFOs are of non-human intelligence. And you probably know this guy by now, but this is Lou Elizondo, who ran a Pentagon program called ATIP, which investigated UFOs. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a must-watch event. They're going to be talking about recovered technology, military sightings, and my personal favorite, USOs. Finally, we are going to get some national coverage on unidentified submerged objects. I have been talking about this since the lunch table in middle school. Apparently, they're also going to talk about the Immaculate Constellation, a classified program that has been hiding the best UFO evidence. I really want to get excited, but I'm not going to get my hopes up here, okay? As long as this leads to more hearings, more credible witnesses that actually bring evidence, I'm cool. So this Wednesday, 11:30 a.m., you can watch it live, and if you can't make it, consider following along, and I will keep you updated.
I forgot. I said it a while ago. We got to watch some more the dude from Blink-182. Because he went on that Joe Rogan podcast talking about it, and everyone laughed at him. He said they're going to start coming out with hearings about it. Everyone laughed at him. So I want to watch those clips with you guys on my second channel, links down below, and see how well those aged. Because I remember when he came out on those podcasts and everyone was laughing at him, calling him crazy and all that. They aged
NASA
well.
has whole archives of data, much of which I believe will likely have information that will help inform UAP. We need only look. And again, in an era with AI and ML, we can relatively quickly and easily go through it. So I think it's something that we should encourage NASA to do.
This is a presentation from the UATP task force. This is completely absurd. It's nuts, this level of censorship, of redaction on a document. It shows the redaction of how many reports they've collected, for how many years. 2 of the 3 potential explanations are blacked out. The Pentagon, the intelligence community is treating us like children. It's time for us to know the truth about this. I think that we can handle it.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
In your book, you mentioned government employees who've been injured by UAPs, placed on leave, and receiving government compensation for their injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
Ma'am, that's a great question. That's why I think we're here again.
I really believe that we should use this hearing as a catalyst to improve and bolster our air defense capabilities and our maritime domain awareness capabilities, because obviously there are holes in it, whether it be UAP of non-HI direction or NHI direction, or, like as you say, sir, China or any other adversary.
Good morning, Matthew.
Yeah, good morning to you both. We know that this man was
3 days
reported missing on Friday after coming here to the gym. However, he wasn't found until Monday morning inside of the tanning bed here. And keep in mind, this was all while the gym was open over the weekend. And the biggest question this morning is, how did this go unnoticed? Now, I want you to take a look at your screen. This is 39-year-old Derek Sink, who was found dead Monday morning here at the Planet Fitness. Family members tell us that Sink was a loving man, but also struggled with drugs. They tell us that there was a needle also found in the room with him. Many people taking to social media overnight questioning how employees could let this happen. One man writing, quote, "I wondered what was going on because it smelled weird and they had a tanning bed blocked off today when I was there." Now, right now, Metro Police aren't saying much in their investigation other than that they are investigating a death here. Planet Fitness also says they are working with the franchise owner of this location to work to determine what happened. Now, Sink's family also tells us that they hope moving forward, Planet Fitness will have more stricter cleaning policies as well as more end-of-the-day checkups by their employees in hopes of preventing this from happening again. Ladies.
Crazy.
Matthew, thank you. And learning more about it.
You think COVID, just everybody agreed upon it? All the airlines shut down, all the transportation shut down everywhere at the same time or within weeks? That's coordinated efforts of private industry. So it's private industry colluding with private industry. Look at BlackRock. They're the major shareholder of most companies, which means they have a decision-making factor in most of these major companies. Are these people above the law? Yeah, of course.
I'm here at Aldi. Their fish is wild caught in Alaska, but processed product of China.
What does that even mean?
Why would you catch it in the U.S. and send it to China for processing? Make it make sense.
Are you aware, though, that like there's hieroglyphs that depict a history of Egypt that goes back far longer, maybe even 30,000 plus years ago, but archaeologists dismiss it because they think that that's mythical. But non-conventional archaeologists who believe in what's called the Younger Dryas impact theory, that somewhere around 11,800 years ago, civilization was essentially all but wiped out by comet impacts. And that is the reason why they keep finding these insanely old, huge structures, megalithic structures that are carved out of stone. Like when you go back to like Göbekli Tepe, which is 11,600 years ago. That's an insanely old structure that they didn't even know people were capable of building until they discovered it in the 1990s. So the conventional timeline of people, when you go to 11,600 years ago, was just hunter-gatherers. But now that they have Göbekli Tepe with its 3D carved things, and have you seen Graham Hancock's amazing series on Netflix called Ancient Apocalypse?
No.
You should check it out. It's amazing. But it's about that. It's all about that there's a lot of physical evidence of an advanced civilization from far, far, far longer ago than we have conventionally dated, which is ancient Sumer, which is we put it about 6,000 years ago.
Yeah.
This photo that Kendall Jenner shared is very spooky. The cake that she shared the photo of says, "Witches don't age." And this is more truth in plain sight, because if you know exactly what she is talking about when she says witches don't age. People really need to wake up and realize exactly what is going on. Again, I can't tell you exactly what is going on here, but if you know what she is referring to with this. It is more truth in plain sight from these people. These people have to constantly show you and tell you what they are about over and over and over again. It is repetition with these people. Wake up.
They noticed that there are a lot of people coughing at this taping. Yes. What is happening?
They cough right after the right answer.
He would say each.
He goes, I don't know if it's a Google.
Yep. Going through tape after tape after tape, rewatching this over and over and over again. They identified two people in the crowd. So the three of them, Charles, Diane, and Tiquin, they go into trial a year later. Whittick, in his defense, he said, I have a condition. He's like, I've just coughed my entire life. And the reason they got him was he didn't cough once during the trial.
Are you dumb?
You should have coughed in this trial, bro. He actually had to go on and trademark his last name Whittick because there was a cough medicine that was trying to brand it as Whittick, which is funny. Hilarious.
Kind of wild.
These people were connected to a larger group known as the Consortium. For a percentage of your winnings, they will get you on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And they actually provided this service to Charles Ingram.
How do they get you on?
What I saw was something the size of like an Imperial Star Destroyer.
Get on it.
Zooming, Mom. Moving over Phoenix. UFO.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You were there?
Yeah.
On March 13th of 1997, over 10,000 people would watch as something massive flew over the city of Phoenix, Arizona.
They're just cops. Cops don't walk around in the middle of the night with telescopes.
The 911 system was completely overwhelmed.
What do you think that was?
I don't know.
That was the Air Force, Dad. Well, I hope it was our Air Force.
and even jets would be scrambled to investigate. Most people would capture the same thing, a series of lights just flying above the city. However, at the same time that this was happening, 4 campers were out in the desert surrounding Phoenix. What they would capture would shock even the military.
What kind of fuck is that? Yeah, I got both of them.
The only thing that would be found of these 4 campers was a video camera that they were using to document their trip.
What the fuck is that? What is that? What's going on? What the hell is going on? Hey man, maybe we should just barricade ourselves in the back or some shit.
I think at least.
Now that movie, they made a movie about it, but that was fake. That was like the Blair Witch Project. Like, you know, they walked around with the camera as a movie. But I Googled it right here for you guys. I used to run every day at Estrella Mountains. I lived on Estrella Parkway, which is to the Estrella Mountain. Thursday, March 13, 1997 marks the date of the Phoenix Lights, the largest mass UFO sighting in U.S. history. The night of the incident, 4 Phoenix residents vanished in the Estrella Mountain National Park. It's not a national park, it's a regional park, but south of Phoenix. There you go, y'all. Still haven't found them. Still haven't found them. They need to do a missing 411 on that case.
50% of UFOs have been seen entering and exiting the oceans.
Right.
They're also called USOs. And, well, okay, where are they coming from? I mean, 70% of the Earth's surface is water.
Which has been mostly unexplored.
Yeah, something like 5% of the ocean surface has been unexplored. So just wrap your mind around that for a minute.
No, I'm with you.
It doesn't make any sense. We have detailed Google maps of Mars, and 5% only of our own ocean has been explored. Why? Who doesn't want us looking at the ocean floor? In my book, Closer Encounters, there's a whole section where I go into sub-oceanic engineering that the United States has researched and developed. In other words, detailed blueprints for facilities that the U.S. Navy wanted to build underneath subsurface mountain ranges on the seabed and inside the continental shelves in case of a nuclear war with the Soviet Union. Between the 1960s and the 1980s, they developed many advanced concepts for building what you can't even call bases. I mean, they're the size of small cities inside of ocean ridges. If we have that level of engineering capability underneath the ocean, then what do you think these people have who are flying around in these saucers?
All the stunning AI artwork you've seen in this video was created by Pixverse AI.
Man, don't you think, though, if they had that? I mean, I'm not saying they don't. I think they do. But shouldn't they start making maybe some hotel resorts? Maybe not that deep in the ocean, but, I don't know, 100 yards off the ocean? Have some resorts. Don't you think that would have happened by now? Like someone would have caught wind, like, oh, I know how to do that. I'm gonna go start a business and make a hotel under the water in Miami. I don't know.
Listen, I've been telling my cousin bread is not bread no more. You see how soft this bread is? No more.
I swear to God, I've been saying the same thing. It's my experiment bread. Do you see the date? It's September 10th. Don't buy bread.
I don't know where they're getting their bread from, but when I buy bread and I don't eat it right away, it molds up on me. What about you guys? You guys been trying with this experiment? I don't even try. I just try not to eat bread. And one day I'm like, you know what? I want a nice dirty keto turkey sandwich or tuna sandwich. Go to eat my bread. It's molded.
Guys, I just had a customer come in talking about how he works in the Marine Corps. He's got like super high clearance. He just slipped in casual conversation that he personally watched Hillary Clinton be He said he personally watched it, and he also personally watched her and another government official cut her and put it on their own, like the office scene. I'm not joking, and he did not sound or look like he was joking either. Do you guys know what this means?
Wow. If that's true, that's something else. What do y'all think about that? Let me know down in the comments. That's crazy stuff.
So let's talk about Jeffrey Epstein. Like, where are the videotapes from his home in New Mexico, from his Caribbean island, from his place on Fifth Avenue? There are all these videotapes. now, in federal hands. Why can't we see those? And we can't see them, of course, because there's like a massive blackmail operation run by various intel agencies designed to put famous people under the control of governments. I mean, of course, that's what it was, obviously, and everyone knows that, but no one can say anything about it. It's still worth saying out loud because it's worth living in a honest country. I must know 100 people who said that to me in the last 2 years. And trust me, if you don't feel that way, you're just not admitting it, because you do feel that way if you're paying attention. And that's a bad way to feel. You don't want a country like that. You want a country where things are pretty much what they seem to be, where people are honest, they're straightforward. When they make a terrible mistake, they admit it. You want a country that is like the family that you have or want to have, where people are just direct with each other and kind to each other, and not everything is some crazy multi-layered deception designed to, screw you or kill Jeffrey Epstein. Like, that's so dark. Let's not have that anymore.
Look at the eye contact from Joe Biden, our president, for 4 years. Now you wonder why maybe all these wars popped off. You don't even look at them.
Things are about to get fucking real, because the new border czar has just declared war on the cartels, and I quote, "They will be wiped off the face of the earth." But don't take it from me. Listen to him say it.
The criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done.
If you know anything about the cartels, the conspiracies of who's involved in what, shit is gonna hit the fan. This involves a ton of money. Now, I'm just saying that shit is going to get real and crazy with the border states. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think they could possibly do this? Could they pull this off? Or is this just rhetoric? I will keep you updated on the situation. Like and follow for more.
This is what I was talking about last night. Watch.
I've been getting a lot of questions to this effect. What's the game plan? What do we do? What's the deal? And what happened is so massive that it's going to take just a second. It's coming, but it's going to take a second to share. I would say personally, as I'm thinking about this, I'm going to be doing a lot more direct communication. So I think I'll be planning on using my email list to give a lot more thorough and specific things about what's on my mind.
Someone get on that email list.
How to prepare for things.
What are we preparing for?
Again, that's not just a shameless plug. I do have the link here, but my recommendation is to join and enter community right now, whether it is church or your knitting circle or mosque or temple, or whether it is joining here in New York City DSA, or Working Families Party, an interest group. Get into physical community. I've been getting a lot of...
Yeah, so, let's... Marco Rubio the snake. Little frat boy here.
Look at Alex Jones busting balls.
Yeah, sure. I swear to God, you better hope you get the platform. Tens of millions of views.
InfoWars.
Better than Rush Limbaugh. He knows who InfoWars is. Playing this joke over here. That's why the deplatforming didn't work.
But here's the question. Here's the question.
Don't touch me again, man. I'm asking you not to touch me.
Well, sure, I just patted you nicely.
I know, but I don't want to be. I don't know.
You want me to get arrested?
I don't know who you are.
It's not just going to take my First Amendment.
Man.
It's not just enough to take my First Amendment. Oh, he'll beat me up.
I didn't say that.
I know I am, but he's so mad. You're not going to silence me. You're not going to silence America.
But there are people.
You are literally like a little gangster thug.
There are people in this country.
Rubio just threatened to physically take care of me.
There are people who...
Are you guys here?
Alex Jones.
So it looks like Tom Hanks is one of the...
Too. What are they suing for? Was it like trillions or billions? I didn't pay attention after I heard that, but I don't know what's going on with them. Are they suing for like trillions of dollars or something?
First to flee. I know it says here he left, but he did flee. His official statement says as much. I officially fled the country. Now, most people, when they move from someplace, they don't say I fled. They say I moved. And he later goes on to say he's leaving not just because of Trump, but the fear of ending up in federal prison. Very interesting choice of words, Tom. What are you hiding?
Oh.
You admitting to something without actually admitting to something? Are you on some sort of list?
Okay, this is getting a bit ridiculous now, y'all. I mean, did you guys hear about this ban that is going on in California and 5 other states on motorhomes that is going to be in effect as early as January 1st, 2025? This ban on motorhomes, did y'all hear about that?
Newmar Dutch Star on the Freightliner chassis with a 450 horse Cummins, banned. New Dynamax DX3 with the M2 106 and the Cummins engine, banned. New Dynamax DynaQuest XL on the M2 112 Freightliner chassis with the Cummins engine, banned. Max Europa on the M2 106 with the Cummins 360 horse, banned. Berkshire diesel pusher with the 6.7 Cummins, Berkshire XL diesel with the 8.9 liter Cummins, banned. Every single new Newmar diesel motorhome, banned.
And notice, these are brand new vehicles, y'all. These are not used. What is really going on? I feel like they're stopping people from, like accessing their freedoms, like being free. Like you're banning something that's allowing me to live off grid, like off property, where I don't have to pay property taxes. Meanwhile, insurance companies are not even insuring homes in California anymore. Now, when I found out the reason, it says their manufacturers also have to make a certain percentage of zero emission electric vehicles. But is that really the reason why? I mean, we see how everything is transitioning to electric vehicles, but we see how that's going right now, right? Just so you know, in all of these states, they've also stopped all new sales of RV vehicles. So if you live in California, Oregon, Washington, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, you will not be able to register a motorhome.
Take a look at those states. Big time left-leaning states. Glad she didn't win, right?
Home that is not compliant with the act of regulation. So yeah, man, things are getting a lot more interesting. What do y'all think about this, y'all? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. And let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
If I do this, give them the signs that I'm good. Hey, y'all see me start taking pictures? They're like, oh shit, she giving them signs. I'm like, my eye. They be like, yeah, we got influence.
We got her. We got her.
Gonna get him.
Did you see him? He had upside down crosses on his tongue, tattooed on his tongue.
Just every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every now and just.
Oh,
we got
okay. And they'll contact you.
Is that what Ice Spice was trying to do at the Super Bowl?
It's not a try. She did. And you know what? And I don't care what nobody say, because I'm always right at the end of the day when it comes to this stuff. She's an industry plant. It's common. You came from nowhere. Your little short... No.
Police warning you to pay close attention next time you're in the checkout line. Have a look at this video from a Walmart in central New York. Right there, you can see 3 suspects. What they're doing right here is they're attaching a credit card skimming device to the device where you place your credit or debit card in. The whole thing takes less than 30 seconds. The cashier was standing right there the whole time. She didn't notice. Cases of this crime have happened at 16 different Walmarts across New York and Maine. So skimming is when thieves attach a device to a payment terminal. Often you won't notice it. That device then collects your data and your PIN number. The FBI says skimming costs consumers more than $1 billion each year. So how can you stay safe?
Technology makes things sometimes safer and better. They also make it easier for criminals, and they're always working on the next front. We stop them one way, and they find another way to do it.
Well, experts say the best tip to stay safe is make sure you cover your PIN as you enter it. The suspect caught on that surveillance video is still on the run. Walmart released a statement saying, quote, providing customers with a safe shopping experience is a top priority, adding that it's reviewing protocols and adding enhanced security measures to better protect in-store transactions.
Anything inside.
Yeah, I don't need to stay safe. My stuff's insured. Walmart's the one losing money on that.
Those words. I think they're autonomous balls of plasma. And if we have that technology, there's a lot of tough questions are going to be asked. Like, where did we get this technology? How long have we been hiding this technology? What does this mean about our reality? If we can just have 3 orbs spin around a plane,
that's
and then
crazy.
Poof, it shoots through, let's say, a wormhole, because that's what I think we're looking at, and goes to a different location on Earth instantaneously. Like,
a large commercial aircraft just exploded. I'm at Mr. Car Wash right now in Port St. Lucie. Here's the video. Where you going, little plane?
He goes to the firmament watch. It's like water.
Doing the same thing. So all you have to do is zoom in, guys. Zoom in. I can't keep slowing the stuff down and doing it for you. I'm using CapCut. Readily available for free. For free. And no, I don't work for CapCut. Oh my God.
Or a wormhole.
What happened?
It disappears.
Mr. Car Wash.
That's left scientists stunned, swimming all the way from Antarctica to Western Australia. Rachel Clifford is tracking his journey for us this morning.
Excuse me, but is this not the main plot of Happy Feet? They talking about scientists are trying to figure out why he would do that. We know why he would do that. They was running out of fish. And he tried to talk to the aliens, us, to stop getting rid of the fish, stop taking the fish. And he couldn't. Nobody said anything back to him. So he was like, okay, let me follow where they going. And he followed them. And then he danced with his happy feet. And then people was like, what? There must be no fish there because his feet are so happy. We know why. I'm not a scientist, right?
I know.
What would possess someone, an emperor penguin,
this is funny,
to swim from Antarctica to Australia? Like, if you had to just put some hypotheses together, it's probably because there's no freaking food. But to be real, this is the definition of being locked in. Antarctica to Australia, dude. Like, look at this. This is Australia up top, and this is Antarctica. My dog was locked in.
Y'all, this is big. Like, big.
Like for that.
Apparently, federal prosecutors just exposed a secret probe into whether or not Diddy and Harvey Weinstein might have had some sort of relationship because their crimes are so similar. So what does this mean? Well, it means that the feds aren't just investigating Diddy's current charges, but they're also digging into whether or not these two predators actually worked together. Here's what I can tell you. Prosecutors who originally investigated Weinstein are now investigating potential connections between the two media companies, Diddy's and Weinstein's. Both are being investigated for luring victims across state lines. Federal agents are also investigating to see whether or not these two used the exact same tactics to evade federal charges. What's interesting is that there are a lot of pictures of Diddy out there getting all buddy-buddy with Harvey Weinstein. And like Diddy, Weinstein was a master of using intimidation to cover up his abuse for decades. Now they're finding evidence that Diddy might have learned directly from Harvey Weinstein. Both men thought they were untouchable. Both had NDAs. Both are now in jail. And now we know this might not be a coincidence. Perhaps if there even is a bigger fish in all of this, it's not who everybody thinks it is. Maybe it's Harvey Weinstein. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that follow button because we're going to be keeping up to date on this.
Look at this.
They have officially taken it too far. This wild fable little top that they sell at Target for $5 brand new is $11.58, and it is in horrible condition. So if you need this shitty t-shirt, you better have $12.
Anybody out there reselling? I used to do a lot of reselling at Goodwill's, thrift shops. It got too crazy, especially where I'm at now. They don't got the best of thrift shops, so I don't do it no more. Once in a while, I'll sell something on Macari. You got anybody out there reselling? How is it? How's the business? Is it only yard sales where you can get things now? Because even at yard sales I would go to out here, and you know, people are hip to the reselling, and they have all their eBay prices on their yard sale table. It's ridiculous. Goodwill gets 100% free. They get everything for free. And you already know they skim through the good stuff and put it online. And they're still ripping people off. That's terrible, y'all.
Never complain about Lake Mead being dry again. That was the launch at this lake that we're visiting. And no longer exists. The lake barely even exists. It's crazy.
So right after World War II, when nukes were used on Japan, there was a flurry of UFO sightings. And one of the sightings was when they picked up on radar UFOs over the Capitol, and then a week later they appeared over the White House. Now, not many people know this, but there is actual footage of these lights. Now, what they are, who they are, and what they want is another story. So this is the actual footage of these lights flying over the White House in 1952. Now, what are they saying? What do you think the message is here? Because this is real footage. And a lot of people don't know that. They don't realize, they're like, where's the footage of it? That's it. It's a very short clip of these several lights flying. Now, the first event that took place a week earlier were 7 lights that were picked up on radar, but this was multiple. Are they leaving a message saying, hey, look, don't be using nukes. Don't use them. You're affecting us. You're not just affecting yourselves. I don't know. Tell me what you think about this in 1952. Do you think it's authentic? Now, I know the video is. As far as who they are, that remains to be seen.
About now is something I've never heard. I've been in this business my whole life. I've never heard of celebrities getting outwardly paid to endorse, to perform, maybe, but to endorse? Oprah? Now, is there evidence to support the claim? Well, look, the facts alone, I don't know about Oprah. I don't know if it was a production company. I don't even know if it happened, but I know it's a question. And what we know they spent the money on is weird enough. $15 million on event production that went toward her celebrity concerts in swing states. Like a set for a podcast she went on. She didn't win a single swing.
There's a pretty good script this year, wouldn't you say? Well, we got together and we decided that 2 brothers should play each other in the Super Bowl. So, not yet. So when the Bosa brothers said no, I said, well, I guess the Kelseys will do. So we got the Kelseys.
Like, why even joke like that? And all those people in the stands that are laughing every Sunday when their team loses, they hate the world. They're pissed till Thursday. I know, because I was one of them back in the day with the Cardinals. Until after big games, I would see these players on the field laughing and joking and trading jerseys. And later on that night, they were at the clubs. Like, this is their job at the end of the day. Think about it. When you work 40 hours a week, you got vacation on Monday, you go on a vacation. Friday, the boss says, hey, get out of here. Go early. Are you angry? Are you pissed? You get kicked out of the playoffs, or you don't make the playoffs? You're getting out of work early. You know, they're happy. That's when I quit caring about football. I watch it. I get into it. But when they lose, it doesn't affect my day no more. But why joke like that?
Nancy.
Hi.
Prison time's coming soon.
Back up, bro.
Be ready. Donald Trump. Not much time left.
Have you guys heard about Omar Odavi? This is him on this chair. Scientists are trying to study his blood type and the metal content in his blood, because for whatever reason he attracts sea life. They don't know if it's mercury, because he does have a high mercury count in his blood, but whenever he gets close to the ocean, animals are automatically attracted to him. They don't know if it's the magnetic field. They don't know what it is, but you can see here they were trying to do a control group study where there was another guy that went on the beach in this chair and nothing came, and he sits and all these sharks come, and you can see that there's some stingrays in there. It's quite incredible. I wish that, part of me wishes that I had this ability, but it does come with its downside. He has really poor circulation to his hands and his feet, so he constantly has to have them warmed and have heat pads on them. And Everest is out of the question because they would freeze off right away. But quite cool.
Stating that I was fired.
Everest.
They all alleged that these actions were made on my own recognizances and that it was for my own political advances. However, if you look at the record, there is what we call a community trend. And unfortunately, it just so happened that the political hostility that was encountered by my team, and I was on 2 different teams during this deployment, they just so happened to have the Trump campaign signage. FEMA always preaches avoidance first and then de-escalation. So this is not isolated. This is a colossal event of avoidance, not just in the state of Florida, but you will find avoidance in the Carolinas. Senior leadership will lie to you and tell you that they do not know. But if you ask the DSA crew leads and specialists what they are experiencing in the field, they will tell you. Demand for FEMA to give you those incident reports.
In my humble view, lights out.
Please welcome back the next president of the United States.
I think it's going to be a blowout, actually. I don't think it's going to be a close race. I think there are going to be those Republicans that just vote for Harris.
It'll be tied on Election Day. As always, it will. The polls will be tied, and then he'll lose.
You call us trash? Oh, J.D. Vance, you just effed up in a way that I've never seen in my political life, and I worked for Sarah Palin.
Then I would say take Harris over 270 electoral votes. Let these fools in these crypto markets do something. Let them drive the betting line into a favorable place and then take advantage of it. That's what I would do. I think she's going to win.
This month, you wrote Trump is toast. Do you stand behind that today?
Oh, even more so. I feel the same way that I felt a few weeks ago that Trump is toast.
When I learned that Pluto is Mickey's dog, but Mickey is not Pluto's mouse, that disturbed me. Something is wrong because dogs can eat mice. So I had to get to the bottom of this. So I got some Disney people I called. I said, what gives here? So I learned, not that you asked, but I spent a lot of time digging this up. I got to share it. It turns out in the Disney pantheon, among characters they created, not characters that they bought later, like Winnie the Pooh. Talking about pure Disney characters. No matter what creature you are, if you wear clothes, you can own other creatures who do not. Mickey's got the vest, shoes, and the gloves. Pluto's butt naked. Pluto walks on all fours and does not speak. Meanwhile, Goofy wears clothes. Goofy is bipedal. Goofy lives in a house, pays rent, not in a doghouse. I know you were burning to know that.
Y'all know I had to leave you guys with some Neil deGrasse Tyson. I know how much you guys love him. Anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. Like I said, I had that ultrasound and doctor's appointment today. Everything went good. The baby's healthy, heartbeat's good, weight's good, heart's good, everything's good. Baby's healthy. He'll be due the end of January 25th, I believe, is his due date. He'll be here, y'all. But anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you made it this far, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. You guys showed love yesterday. Let's see how much live likes we got. I know this morning I was at 8 something. Let's see. What are we at? 915, y'all. I appreciate you guys. My video that got over 20,000 views a couple weeks ago didn't even have 850 likes. So I don't know why. I guess likes don't mean nothing on YouTube at the end of the day. I appreciate everyone that liked. I love you guys. You guys showed up. Never had this much likes in my life on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. But likes, it's if YouTube's gonna put your video out at the end of the day, if YouTube's gonna recommend it, whether you get likes or not. But anyways, y'all, I got things to do. I gotta edit this video. It's late. It is 3:30. Video's coming out at 4, so I gotta edit this, get it put out, probably get out a little later today. I gotta go run the mountain before the sun goes down because I haven't ran it in a couple days, and then I gotta come home and cook some dinner. We're having some ribeyes, y'all. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. I hope everyone out there has a good day. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow with another reaction. Later.